So in this video today, I'm going to be breaking down, doing some more further analysis of Jacob Collier's approach to "You Are the Sunshine of My Life." I've done kind of a part one already. I'll leave a link in the description section below when I was breaking down the chorus. "You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart." So that's in the description section, so you can check that out. But I'm going to kind of transition onto the verse. So ultimately we're in the key of B. So I'm going to give you Stevie Wonder's foundation. Let's start with the foundation. So Stevie's approach is like this. So I feel like this is the beginning. Same chords. So you have B major, chord 1, going to E major, chord 2, and then F sharp sus. Now I really like sus chords. So on the right hand, we're going to go up an octave and go down a tone and play a major of that. That's how you can create a sus chord. And they're really warm, especially used in the kind of context to kind of replace major chords. That'd be F sharp major. So if Stevie was like, I feel like this is the big, that's fine, that's got its place. But we got, I feel like this is, that sus chord just adds a bit more warmth. Yeah, is the beginning, same chords. Though I've loved you for a million years. So we've got a kind of 2-5-1 about to happen. Going to the key of G sharp major or A flat major. Yeah, so we've got this half diminished on the A sharp, going to our D7 ultimately, and then resolving on our G sharp major. And if I thought, so we're going to be going to the key, so in relation to the key of G sharp or A flat, we're going to go to the 4. So it's C sharp major or D flat major. Yeah, so, and if I thought our love was, then we go to G sharp minor, was ending. And then we go here, sus chord and C sharp. I find myself drowning in my own tears, another sus chord. And in that relation to that C sharp sus, it can be created by, on the right hand, go up an octave, go down a tone, play a major of that. Alright, so when we put this together, looking at Stevie's approach, just do it one more time. Okay, here we go. So, I feel like this is the beginning. Yeah. Though I've loved you for a million years. G sharp major. And if I thought our love was ending in G sharp minor, going to our sus chord, I'll find myself drowning in my own tears. All right, so thank you, Stevie. That's the foundation. Now we bring in Jacob. Oh, I hope you got your seatbelts on. So let me take my time with this. So Jacob's approach is like this. I'll just play you some of it and then we'll get into it. So I feel like, and also just to let you know as well, we're going to be transitioning. Jacob's approach doesn't just stay in the key of B. In Stevie's approach, he stays in the key of B, and actually coming out of that verse, so I find myself drowning in my own tears, that's fine, and then he goes to the chorus, you are the sunshine, etc. Jacob, though, he's going to go up a semitone, so watch out for that. So we're going to be transitioning between two keys. So Jacob's approach like this, going from the verse, so I feel like this is the beginning. Jacob's, Jacob, though I've loved you for a million years. You can see Jacob's really going for this. and if I thought our love was, and he does this run, drowning in my own tears, and then he goes up a half step. All right, so let's get into that. So remember, Stevie was just, I feel like this is the beginning. Jacob's approach is, I feel like, first inversion. So not first inversion. This is, well, I'm playing it as a first inversion on my right hand, but ultimately I'm playing, I feel like, and then we're playing, so from the B, we're going to go to our E on the right hand, E major, but still, essentially it's E major with the second inversion note. So you think about it like an E over B. Yeah, so I feel like, so that's kind of similar because Stevie was B straight to the E. Jacob's approach is, I feel like this is, so he's still got the E reference, the beginning. Then he goes here, and then he does something like this. And then he's got this sharp 11 kind of Yeah, so one more time. So I feel like this is the beginning. And I like this because all these chords essentially have this kind of slash chord feel, like essentially with the right hand. So we've got, a C note, but the right hand is up a tone. So you've got this sharp 11 feel. So sharp 11, i.e. in terms of an octave of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, sharp. Yeah, so Jacob's going, I feel like this is the beginning. Here we go. Sharp 11 shows its face. And then we've got a similar kind of sound. Or like, actually it's the same chord actually, but I'm putting it in inversion. And then we have another sharp 11 right here. So we're dealing with this triadic feel on the right hand with a different bass note ultimately. I love that. And then rather than just going to B major, now you got this another sharp 11 kind of feel again. So slowly, I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved so he's got a bit of a kind of 5-1 in a minor context, going kind of harking to the fact that we're going to do another 2-5-1 in relation to this G sharp. Half diminished, and he does this kind of radical. You can think about it, it's like a A7 with a D sharp on the left hand. And I'm going to resolve it to D sharp 7, and then we're going to G sharp major. So slowly one more time. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years. Okay, now we're kind of transitioning now to the key of, A flat or G sharp minor. Sorry, G sharp major, because we're going to the major actually. So major, and if I thought, so we're going to this, I'm going to think about it like A flat really. Let me put it in A flat just for a moment, just so you can see it clearly. And if I thought that we're going to the 2 in the key of A flat, so B flat minor, and then we're going to this kind of like a major 7 on the E flat, but with a raised 5th. Yeah. So one more time. So if I thought our love was ending. Now Jacob does this kind of crazy run. He does this. I'm gonna do it like this. To get to that C sharp sus chord which Stevie had from before. So I'll do it slowly. Let's do the whole thing. So let's go from I loved you for a million years, the A7 with the D sharp, or in this context E flat. And then, and if I thought our love was sus. And at this point I would very much think about this as being back in the key of B. So let's transition, and these are the same kind of chords from Stevie. I found myself drowning in my own tears. Now, the only difference now is that we're going to use the same chord now to pivot, to take us from 5 in the key of B to 5 now in the key of C. Alright, so let's compare and contrast one more time Stevie's approach. So I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years. Alright, now Jacob's approach now. I feel like this is the beginning. Oof. Though I've loved you for a million years. Okay, let's go back to Stevie now, right here. So, and if I thought our love was ending, quite simple, and then I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Jacob's approach now. So when we go from this, I've loved you for a million years. Here we go. And if I, what was it again? And if I, thought our love was, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. I'm going to stick with Jacob now and go up a semitone to the key of C. And I'm going to play you through what Jacob did going forward. So he's got, you are the sunshine, and then he goes radical. We've got this. You are the sunshine of my life. Or just resolve it like that, and then he ends with you are always on my mind. Yeah. That's something. That is something. So as you can see, Jacob really does. He expands the harmony a lot. But as you can see, a lot of this stuff can really be broken down, especially with having a firm understanding in terms of, ultimately the tonality, what key are we relating these chords to? And often there's quite similar movements, as you will see, as I broke down, especially in terms of some of those sharp 11 chords. Like even when I go back to B, like that was quite radical. That was actually quite radical. Jacob's approach. I'll play it one more time. So get the words up as well. Yeah, I feel like this is the beginning. This right here. But it's all using the same kind of chords. So check the right hand. D to C. C, and then we're using this triadic idea again. Ooh. And then finishing this triad. So triad on the right hand, in this case C sharp. Yeah, and likewise with all the passing chords like Jacob was doing. So loved you for a million, right there. That's a 5-1 in the context of G sharp minor, and then we have a 2-5 in the context of we're going to G sharp major at this point. So a lot of these things can be really broken down once you just take the time. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'll just run it one more time. Let me do Jacob's approach. So I feel like this is the beginning. Powerful chords. Though I've loved you for a million years, and if I thought our love was my tears, going up to the key of C. Let me take you there. And then you are the sunshine. And Jacob does these. You are the sunshine of my. Let me just walk through what those chords were as well. So in the key of C, so we're coming at it from the G sus. So you got chord 1, C. You got a half diminished chord on the E. Then you got this sharp 11 once again. This triad kind of feel on the right hand. We're playing a G. And then you got the F, R, the sunshine. And he's kind of going to the key of E flat. Because he's going to A flat. No, before we get there, actually, he's going. So you got this kind of tension. So ultimately, he's kind of finishing on C minor first inversion note. But he's approaching it with the tension of this G. Yeah, so it's a slash chord essentially, G major with E flat, finishing with this C sharp, C minor, first inversion note. So once again, you are the sunshine. There we go. You are the A flat major, F minor. Then we've got A sus. Now I'm playing E flat 13 of my sus 13 chord on the D. Live. That's a crunchy kind of passing. I like that one there. And then we've got a sus chord, resolve into our major. And then this is interesting. He's kind of thinking, in terms of E flat, I think. So chord 4, you always sus on or. And then, yeah, you are always on my mind. Yeah. There you go, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Well, there is my part 2 analysis of Jacob Collier covering the song You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.